What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to Everybody Podcasts. And this is a segment we like to call Everybody's TUF, where we take a look at The Ultimate Fighter, UFC's take on a reality TV show. And we're doing the newest one, The Return of the Ultimate Fighter, Season 29. We're taking a look at Episode 9. We are in the semifinals.
First semifinal fight.
Yes, sir. And it's a bantamweight fight. We have Ricky Tercios. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Tercios. And Ludwig Shalinian.
Definitely the best fight of the season.
Absolutely.
Hands down the
fucking
best fight
fantastic.
of the season.
Both guys,
they fucking threw, dude. And that, I would say that last minute was the fucking one of the best minutes of mixed martial arts I've seen. Or at least boxing. If you want to say like mixed martial arts boxing I've seen.
And they were both willing.
At least on the show.
They were so willing to fucking throw down. And it was great. They both just let their hands fly.
Both of them at the last 30 seconds pointed to the fucking mat and then they just threw. And like you see that sometimes, and like when you see it, it just does like that's not what happens. You know, like somebody will point at the mat in the last minute, but then they'll still just keep going like what they were. Which at this point, these guys were already fucking throwing bombs at each other.
Yeah,
and once they did that, it was just fucking. I mean, it was reminiscent of fucking Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida back in the day, where they just dropped their hands and just started fucking throwing at each other.
And that shit, dude. In the the semifinals, we get 3 rounds, and then it'll go to a 4th round, if needs be. But this one, obviously, it ended in 3 rounds. Ricky Tercios came out on top. What would you have scored this fight if you were a judge?
I probably would have given. I don't know. Ricky definitely got the first round and the third round. The second, I don't know. I think he got all of them. I think he would have. I would have given him all of them. I think he won every round. Yeah,
for sure. I would have gave him all 3 rounds, too.
It was a fucking war, though. Like, it's not like Ludwig just rolled over and didn't do anything.
Yeah,
you know?
Like
he didn't.
8 shots.
He got a couple takedowns.
Yeah, he definitely threw some fucking bombs, dude. Every time he threw a fist, he was trying to knock you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome.
But there was some shots I noticed it a lot. Like I noticed it big time in the replay where he was just throwing everything into a punch that was nowhere near Ricky.
Yeah.
Like there were some punches that he threw that just didn't even. They were swinging air by a mile. I noticed
that a couple times when he threw punches, like overhands. There was a couple overhands that he threw that were they just hit air, dude.
It was his first punch would just be, it might land or it would be, he would just barely miss, but he was throwing that second punch no matter what. Like after he threw, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. After every punch, he didn't throw one punch at a time, which is what they always say. Like, don't throw one punch at a time. Throw combinations, and he was not throwing one punch at a time, even if the first punch missed. He was just fucking throwing.
Yeah. And I figured that's what they both wanted to do was fucking throw down, put on an amazing fucking performance.
Dude, my heart was pumping at the end of that fucking fight,
right?
Dude. That last minute was so fucking insane. Dude. Such an insane fucking minute. Just fucking beating each other in the face.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Dana White was really happy about that fight.
No, I texted you. I was like, well, that for one thing, that was a wild fucking fight. And if there's no way, it doesn't matter what the fucking results are of the final. It does not matter. Ricky Tercios is in the UFC for sure.
Yeah.
No way is Dana gonna fucking turn him away. Even if he gets his fucking ass beat in the finals, no way is Dana White gonna turn him away.
Yeah. It's amazing how just all it takes is one performance for Dana White to go, oh yeah, that guy's coming to the UFC. He needs to.
I really, really hope Vincent wins his fight because Ricky Tercios versus Vincent Murdoch would be such a fucking awesome fight to see.
Oh, man.
That's the fucking fight I want to see.
You ain't kidding. Those little scrappers. I love the smaller guys, dude, because, like, they're so fucking fast and I love seeing the spit, like when they let their hands fly. It's
Yeah,
like, damn, he hit him that many times already.
That's something that I wish they had. I think I might have even said this on the podcast before. I wish they had a strike counter on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah,
they don't have a
that'd be
fucking
dope.
strike counter.
That would be fucking dope. I love it. I love it when they show the strike counts because, like I said, those speedy little guys, you don't realize how many times they actually fucking hit people.
Yeah,
Then
or sometimes you can't even tell what's landing.
throw up the strike count, and you're like, oh goddamn, he hit him that many times in the first round. That's fucking crazy.
And I was curious how much Ludwig was landing, because it didn't. I mean, he definitely landed some fucking shots. He bloodied him up.
Yeah,
but it's hard. It's just hard to tell, especially when you have somebody like Ricky who's putting on so much pressure. It's hard to not watch him. It's hard to pay attention to what his guy is doing because Ricky's being so active and shit.
yeah.
Usually, when you see, like, at least for me anyway, when I see a fighter that's like putting on that kind of pressure, it's almost like the other guy isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
But I know he is. I know, like, shots are. I mean, his nose was bleeding and shit. Of course, fucking Ludwig was throwing it all out there.
Yeah.
It's just
absolutely.
Ricky was just so fucking. He's so intense with it.
Yeah, and like every shot that Ricky ate, it didn't even phase him one bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he still kept going forward.
At one point, I think in the second round, they were in like the weirdest like ground position too. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Where
yep.
like they each had like a leg wrapped around the other's leg, and like Ricky was kind of upright and Ludwig was like upside down, but they weren't like facing each other.
Yeah.
And it was just such a weird, awkward position, and like a really good like scramble in the second round to fucking like. At one point, they got like ended up on the ground, but I was watching it like, who got that takedown? What happened there? You know what I mean? Like it was just so
right.
It was just so fast and intense. You know?
When Volkanovski was yelling, he's afraid of the takedowns. He's afraid of the takedowns. Do you think that was him telling Tercios to take Ludwig down?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even after Volkanovski yelled that he's afraid of it or to wrestle or whatever, he still didn't take him down. He just kept throwing,
or at least to threaten the takedowns. Because if he's afraid of the takedowns, maybe because Ludwig was a great wrestler. If you threaten him with the takedowns, you might be able to, feint the takedown and trick him into dropping his hands and then going for a head kick or a fucking overhand and knocking him out that way, Like kind of like lure him in with like threats of takedowns. Because that's kind of what I would think. Because he's saying he's afraid of the takedowns, which means every time you're going for a takedown, he's flinching down and getting really showing that he's fucking going for takedown defense. Yeah. Dropping his hands anyway.
That's it. I could never be a coach, dog. I wouldn't be able to think of things like that right on the spot. Like they're.
Well, you got to do it for your entire fucking life.
Yeah, dude.
Those guys. They're good coaches because it's all that they're martial artists. We're not martial artists.
Yeah,
we just talk about it.
And the reaction time of a fighter is amazing. I probably could do it if I trained for 20 years, but I'm probably not going to do that. These guys have been doing it since they were teenagers.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, both of them have coaches there that are like 60 years old. So you got to assume that those guys have been with their discipline for a good 50 years, 40 years.
Oh, yeah. So we got a little prank. Was it really a prank, though?
It was stupid. It was fucking dumb. It was so dumb.
Volkanovski took.
But the thing is, like, what I noticed was, I didn't realize Ortega was leaving his fucking team hanging like that.
Yeah, neither did I. Everybody was at the gym.
Just waiting around for him.
Yeah, Andre Petrovsky was like, it's going to be another 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy to make them wait fucking 45 minutes to an hour. That's wild. I mean, I don't know how they might have all day with the gym. I don't know if they have to have it. I mean, they got to share it with the other team. Seems like they would be on a time limit of like, you have this much time in the gym.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you guys are there. Why don't you just fucking
do shit yourselves?
Yeah. You've been doing it for long enough. You guys can just roll together.
Yeah. Or just like, I don't know, stretch the whole time or something. I mean, a couple of the guys were.
And even I noticed during the build up to the fight, both coaches said the same thing about their fighters. They both said, like, there's not a whole lot I have to teach him right now. They're like, he's kind of already got his own thing going, and they both said the same thing. Like, we're just gonna give him sparring partners and let him fucking. They know what to do when they get in there. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's another way of them saying, they ain't gonna listen to us?
I think it's their way of saying we have a couple of days to have a game plan. So they just gotta go in there and do what they already know. It's not like they're not going to be able to teach them a whole game plan in a few days.
Yeah.
Because we learned earlier on that they were only in that house for 6 weeks. Yeah. We're running on 9 weeks of watching them, but altogether, they were only in that house for 6 weeks. So they probably, even though it's been a week for us, it's probably been like 2 days since they decided the fights.
Yeah, right.
They knew who they were going to fight. So it's not like they were going to teach him a whole game. Either of them were going to teach him a whole game plan in 3 days. They were basically just like, well, we've done what we can. It's on them now, you know?
Yeah, I totally get that. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, though. I just watch it.
One thing I'm excited about next week, though, is they got team challenges coming up.
Yeah, I noticed that. I when I was sitting in the chair watching it this morning, I was like, Jerry, they're gonna have challenges? No way.
It's probably just gonna be that one, but it's still like I mean, now that you're watching the first season, what do you think of the challenges? I think they're fun to watch.
Yeah, I do like them. You got me, dude. You got me.
I think they're cool. I mean, it's part of the reality TV thing.
Yeah,
I think.
They are very entertaining, I will admit.
And it's cool having them like have to do something that's not martial arts to pick their opponents. You know, instead of just having the coach flip a fucking coin.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, you pick now.
Definitely does make things interesting. Gives a good edge to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And what did it look like to you? Are they just gonna change the tires on a truck?
It looked like Forrest Griffin got new tires for his truck and figured out a way to get other people to change them for him. That's what it looked like to me. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen Forrest Griffin in that exact truck before. I think that's his fucking truck.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That's fucking hilarious. Good for him, man. Good for him. Because he gets that shit done for free then.
Yeah, right?
So next week, we have another semifinal fight between Brian Battle and
Andre Petrovsky.
Yeah, Andre Petrovsky. I think Andre's going to take that one.
I do too. I don't want him to, though. I would 100% rather see Brian Battle win.
Yeah.
Which I got to say again, he looked high again this episode. He looked high as shit this episode. And he just seems like a fucking cool-ass dude. If I wanted to pick somebody to win, it would definitely be him.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, he didn't really show any wrestling in his first fight. So, and we know Andre is like a fucking real deal wrestler. Like, seems to be a really great wrestler. So I don't know, gotta see. We're gonna see what Brian Battle's wrestling looks like.
Yeah. I hope he has good defense because I can see Andre going in there and trying to get some takedowns right off the bat.
Yeah, straight away.
Dude, Ricky Tercios' dad looks like a monk.
Dude, I thought the exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing. I was like, oh, his dad looks like a monk. I almost wrote it down, but I was like, nah.
Because they keep talking about how he was spiritual and stuff, and then as a reward, the fighters got one phone call to home, and Tercios called his dad, and Ludwig called his parents. And who else was there? Was that his best friend that popped in or something?
His friend and his brother both stepped in.
But yeah, when Tercios was talking to his dad, I was like, "Whoa, dude, that's a monk." I was like, "That's where he gets his spirituality from."
Right. I mean, I don't know that he was a monk. He definitely looked like a monk, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Here's what he looked like. He was in El Salvador. Are there monks in El Salvador?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know anything about El Salvador. So
where's El Salvador at? Is that Mexico or something?
I think it's below Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't think it's in South America. I think it's in Central America.
Word.
So right above Panama, maybe. I'm probably wrong though. Yeah. I don't know anything about fucking. I don't know anything about anything below Texas.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
so,
neither do I. So, what would you rate the episode?
I'm only gonna give it a 3. It was a fucking amazing fight, best fight of the season. Probably should give it higher, but fuck them. They need to fucking. They need to do something more entertaining than showing a fucking phone conversation with the dude and his parents. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just, I don't care. Like, it's great that you got to call your fucking parents home. I can watch that for literally a minute. I don't have to watch an entire fucking conversation in Russian. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
I'll give it a. I'm gonna give it.
And that fucking prank was dumb.
That's
what
I was just gonna say. I was gonna say.
Sorry, I should have interrupted you.
I'll give it a 2.5 because the prank was horrible, and fuck your phone conversations, like you said. But the fight was fucking amazing. If you guys have time, go watch that goddamn fight.
Yeah, fuck the whole show. Just go like halfway in and start watching that fight.
Yeah.
One of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely.
And that's saying something because we've had some bangers.
Yeah.
Really, there hasn't been a bad fight on this entire season.
Yeah, which is really exciting because maybe we'll see multiple guys get some contracts that didn't win.
Dude, God, I want Vincent to win his fight, dude. Vincent versus Ricky, that's going to be a fucking barn burner, dude.
Who do you want to see in the finals at middleweight?
I want to see Trayshawn in battle.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Trayshawn Gore and Brian battle. That would be the best fight of the fucking season.
Hell fucking yeah.
I would not be the least bit upset if both of them lost their fights and then came back to the fucking finals and fought each other. Any way that it can happen that those two fight each other, I think that would be a fucking dope ass fight.
Hell yeah. I'm 100% with you on that one. 100%. This has been Everybody Podcasts. See you guys next week.
Peace.